Okay.
How's it going?
Oh, we'll see.
What are our rolls looking like?
I haven't even started that yet. I'm trying to make sure the streaming started. Come on. Let's see. Nope, that's not going to work. Stop sharing. Let's be streaming. Let's see. Oh, here I am. Looks like that's working. Looks like that's working. Little delay. All right. Well, that's didn't see. Oh, entire screen share. That's why that didn't work. That's why that didn't work. That's why that didn't work. Huh. Huh. I think we got it working. I think we got it working. All right. Well, welcome to character number 2. I still don't know what I'm doing. And where am I? Close that. Oh, yeah, the rolls. Where's that at? There we go. Up here. All right. Welcome to Characters and Dice. You're a wizard, Harry. We are making a wizard. We go figure. Standard human. Uh, so we are starting off with great work today already. Woo! Someday I'll get my acting gear. So, creating the characters. We're going to do things slightly different than we did with the first one. Uh, we are going to roll up our background first. Because why not? That's going to help with some things. We're going to, we're still doing 3d6 straight down the board. And I think we have to actually worry about our stats. Let's double check real quick. Wizard OCC. We'll go over a lot of this later. Yada yada. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Attributes, requirements, 10 or higher. All right, so the good news is we are not, just like the mercenary warrior, it's not going to be too difficult to get. An IQ of 10, 10 is average. So that's good. We don't need any crazy or outlandish stats. Let's see. So let's go ahead and get started. Let's go ahead and roll 8 times. First one, 13. Sounds good. Second one is 14. MA 11. Now keep in mind, so IQ, how smart we are, 13. ME is mental endurance. MA is mental affinity. PS is our physical strength. We've got a 7. That's okay, because we're a wizard. We don't carry stuff. It's beneath us. PP of physical prowess, 10. PE, physical endurance, 8. Again, we've been spending a lot of time studying. Running is for freaking meatheads. Physical beauty, 13. And our speed is a 17. Hell, our first exceptional attribute. So we got a 16 or better. We do a lot of running apparently. We're fast. So we get to roll another d6. And re-rolled too many times. Top one, 4. So we have a speed of 21 starting off. We're fast. We're naturally fast, but we're not strong, and we're not running far for a long time. So okay, we're slightly above average intellectually, so we meet our attribute requirement of 10. Yay us! Excuse me. Now then, let's go ahead and tackle our description and background, because who knows, this might have an impact on what the spells we pick, what skills we pick, things of that nature. So let's see, where do we go? So let's see. And we're not going to worry about psionics. Let's see. Rounding out page 22. We've got magic. We don't need to worry about psionics. Psionics will come later. Race is human. Already know that. OCC. Wizard. We're a wizard, Harry. Oh, what did you keep in mind? By the book, multiple or split OCCs are not an option. This is very this is very debate. One of the reasons is because everything is so front loaded. You get all your skills. You get the vast majority. Well, not all, but you get the vast majority of skills right off the bat. All your abilities are right off the are get right up given to you almost right away. So it's the whole idea is this is what you're doing. Now, as always, your game, do what you want. You know, could there be a reason for a mercenary warrior wizard? Yes. A lot of times, what you'll see, if a character maxes out 15, a long-lived character like an elf or a dwarf, all right, they're level 15, new class. Let's just stack onto it. There's also a um, there's an NPC. There's an optional player class that requires three different other OCCs to run. So this is why it's optional. Alchemist. That's it. The Alchemist. A lot of GMs do not allow players to be alchemists. Rightfully so, because they can make magic items. So, you're taking things uh, away from the adventure. But again, your table, your game, your rules. I have no, personally, I'm good with both. So, let's see. We're going to need to roll D100s. So, first off, 33. We are the second born. Look at that. We're not the sixth born this time. Woot. But we are very skinny and underweight. Well, I mean, we do have a physical strength of 7. That kind of makes sense. So, keep that in mind. How tall are we? Average. We're a bit emaciated. This right here would lead me to a peasant. Definitely a peasant. Um, I would not see a noble. If I do roll up a noble, they're going to have a insanity of a eating disorder. So because to justify having this, how old are we? 52. We are 24 years old. Well, we do have a physical beauty of 13. We think we should be prettier than we probably are. So that could explain it. Kind of a disposition what we have. Warrior, nervous, and cautious. Okay. Yeah. Oh, all right. There we go. What land are we from? The Old Kingdom. Hmm. Interesting. Not there. And I don't play the full deck. What type of environment are we from? 45. A small to medium city. All right. Kind of makes sense. We could be, yeah, a down on his luck peasant, street rat kind of thing. Social or family background. All right. So let's take a look at this. This one we're probably not going to roll because we are, one of the things is the weight. That skinny, underweight. We're 24 years old. We're second born. We're a warrior. So if you're a sailor or a fisherman, um, business is horrible. If you're a craftsman family, business is horrible. A serf or peasant labor, that's doable. A peasant farmer, well, business is horrible. A fanner and landowner. No, not we wouldn't be skinny. A scavenger, thief, or vagabond, definitely could be that. Merchant or business, no. Scholarly and educated, we could be. Um, If we're poor, recently something went south. Magic or religious. Again, could be rich or poor. Could be a noble. Could be wealthy or poor. We could be a noble that freaking was ousted of their house. A peasant revolt. Something of that nature. That could be a thing. So let's see what it gives us. Oof. All right. Magic or religious. Could be rich or poor. Well, we're definitely poor. Definitely going that route. Magic or religious? Both of those have good aspects. Well, religious, we could have like a vow of poverty. Magic components are not cheap. The family doesn't have a lot of money to spare for food. So let's do this. Flip a coin. Uh, One magic, two religious. Two. All right. So this could be interesting for our character down the road. Looks like our family was religious. Um, could be a church that a fallen church, or uh, vow of poverty. Could be quite a few things. So, so we might want to pick a patron deity then. Let's see. Do we have any? Let's see. Do we have any hostile races or biases? 64. Ogres again. Did we pick ogres last time? I think we did. We do not like ogres on this channel. Oh well. All right. All right. So now we know we're a wizard. Hell, we could worship the god of magic, Thoth. Well, Thoth is the god of knowledge. So that seems good enough as me. Any? All right. So we're doing well. Let's see. Huh. Nice. Very well. Now then, on with the character. So magic has guilds. Um, at one point in history, excuse me, cold, hot, really messes with the sinuses. So at one point, Palladium, the world of Palladium was full of 1,000 different magics, and so it was high magic. Anything was possible. Floating cities, floating yeah. Then came the Elf War. They hated each other with a passion. For generations upon generations, they just eviscerated each other to the point of extinction. There are elves and there are dwarves still in in the realm. Elf is a common trade tongue. Dwarven is considered a dead language, but dwarves are the best craftsmen. At one point, they were making great magical items called rune weapons. Weapons that were so etched with runes that were beyond powerful, and many of them were quite intelligent. So many of those weapons are lost, and there's no telling how many were made. So, hey, if you want to include a rune weapon in your campaign, good luck. Have at it. Uh, but because of that, magic has magic has been more monitored and restricted. Dwarves have completely abandoned runes, at least core dwarves. Um, if you are not an approved spellcasting class, um, then you will be hunted down and persecuted by the Inquisition. Um, they do allow wizards, Diablo, like invocation magic, summoning magic, warlocks, witches, and necromancy. These last three are normally evil. They're not friendly. So, um, Psi mystics and mind mages usually are not welcomed. Uh, let's see. This talks about a guild council. So you'll most of the, all the major cities will have guild councils. Capitals will have guild councils, things of that nature, which can provide services to a wizard. Provides you with a meeting place for a client. Uh, Gives you a cheap place to stay. Gives you access to a library for research that you may need. Uh, Scrolls that you'll be able to purchase, potions, magic items, location of other guild houses and shops or whatnot as you need. Some you have some advice, some free, some not so free. Um, you can learn magic from those guilds, and if you run into trouble with the law, you can get some representation as long as you're in good standing. Um, Good standing is 200 gold per level for per year. So when you're going to be 10th level, you're going to be 2,000 gold per year to be a member in good standing. Of course, you can be expelled for reasons. So whenever you get a chance, pages 101 to 103, give that a once over. But we're here for the Wizard OCC. Ba ba bum. So wizards utilize a resource called PPE, potential psychic energy. I know it does not sound appropriate, especially since psionists use ISB and her strength points. It's like, shouldn't that be the other way around? Yeah, it is what it is. So let's see. Category magic. Wizard. All right. So we'll get set some of our basic stuff. Let's see, what do we have? Stop doing that. We got 8 hit points so far. All right, so we need to document our PPE. That's fine. Wizardry is the science of spell magic, invocations primarily. You're going to be casting spells. You're not making stuff. You're not enchanting stuff. You're not hobnobbing with elementals. You're casting spells. No components, no diagrams, and no D&D. The little, if any, preparations are required. You don't need a rune. You don't need a prep. Bottle off, follow out, done. Cast your magic and be happy. Well, because each combat round is 15 seconds, you can only cast 2 spells per round. You're bubbling your incantations very quickly. So you may have 8 attacks. You may have 8 hand-to-hand combat attacks. It doesn't matter. You're using 4 of them to cast a spell. I mean, there's no. It's time. Time is the enemy there. Most wizards are going to be inquisitive. Ask questions. Why? Well, what about this? What about this? What about this? I don't know. Just, you know, uh, just roll with it. Armor. Uh, most wizards prefer not to wear armor. But there are times when it may be necessary, but there might be an impact on the magic because it has a hard time from being cast from the personal body through this barrier. Let's see. Especially if it's metal. You have a metal layer between the body and the outside wall. It's got a wall around you. You Faraday cage. Perfect example. Electronic signals cannot get out of a Faraday cage. So, metal armor is a Faraday cage for magic. The more that's the armor that a wizard is wearing, the more they have to expend to do it. So if they're wearing full plate, they got to spend another 20% more PPE to cast. So if it costs 10 PPE to cast the spell, they got to spend 12. And of course, you only roll once to see what happens. It is possible that you get no additional problems. However, it's possible that you really gimp yourself. Spell damage or effects by 1d4 times 10%. Anywhere from 10% to 40%. I don't think you want to lose 40% of a spell. Let's see. Now that's on top of any additional skill penalties like prowl and climb, swim, that comes inherent with the armor. So if they do wear armor, it's normally leather. Or they will make talismans. There's a spell called Armor of Ithin. Gives them 110 SDC plus 10 SDC per level. So second level will be 120. Third level, 130. So on and so forth. There you go. There are all kinds of magic in this book. Circles and symbols. You're going to find runes. You're going to find ancient circles. You're going to find ancient summoning locations all over the place. So you'll have a rudimentary understanding of symbols and wards, protection wards, things of that nature. Diabolus and okay. I will talk to them later, I guess. Diabolus and summoners will know those better than your wizard. But so a wizard will be able to have a general idea but the specialists are going to be Diablos and Summoners. Conversion of spell scrolls. Yes, you can take a spell scroll and put it into your normal useful repertoire. Remember, a spell scroll is a one-use item. You read it, it's gone, the energy expelled, and it's done. You convert it to your spell book, and you can use it as often as you want. But it doesn't come without risk. Um, you have 8% chance plus 2% per level of experience. So the more experienced you are, of course, the better chance of being able to convert. So you're looking at most a 38% chance to convert a spell scroll into a spell. And yeah, 87 we would have failed. Now, what would have been the consequences? Weight increased by 300 pounds for 1d6 months. Hey, we're not freaking underweight anymore for 6 months. Um, but even if you do succeed, it may not be what you want. You have a 20% chance that it's going to be half strength and half duration, half range. You have a good chance that's going to be exactly what you want, but you still have a 30% chance that it's an unstable spell. It's going to be different each time you cast it. Let's see. So when you cast that incantation, it's going to be weird. Let's see. Now then, let's get to work with the wizard. We're going to be using our magic sheet. So, common knowledge spells. These are spells not necessarily that everybody should know, but these are definitely not secret. Mages are very secretive with their magic. They don't like to share. Excuse me. So to get magic as a reward would be an accomplishment. Let's see. And of the spells that we're getting, decipher magic. Let's see. It'll be faster for me to look it up in my copy. Let's see. Herb lore. Here we go. 187. So that's psionics. All right. Decipher magic page right here. Range self, duration 2 minutes, 8 melee rounds per level of experience. Saving throw none, PPE 4. Spell enables the spellcaster to read any magic scroll and inscription, text, or book that uses magic symbols runes at 94% proficiency. So it does not guarantee that you can read it, but it does make it a lot easier. The ability lasts only for the duration of the spell, and the spellcaster will not be able to read those same inscriptions once the spell has elapsed. You're not. You're not. It doesn't teach you. You may look at it. You can see globe of daylight. The word globe. But once the spell is done, you're like glob, glide. I don't know. It does not interpret other languages and their alphabet, nor does it identify or decipher magic circles. Only the magic symbols used in it. Likewise, the spell does not identify or decipher wards either. Diablerists and summoners, they are specialists for a reason. Sense magic. Range 120 feet. Duration 2 minutes per level of experience. Keep in mind, 2 minutes. That's not a long time. 8 melee rounds. That is a long time in the world when if you're in the middle of a fight. But you shouldn't be using this for that. Well, if you really have to, you can. But 2 minutes is not a long time to learn or to be reading something. Save throw none. PPE 4 again. This magic ability enables the character to sense or feel the presence of magic. Like a Geiger counter, the individual can tell if he is near, within 20 feet, or far, towards the limit of the range. The ability can also indicate whether a person or object is enchanted, under a magic spell, or is in the presence of invoking magic, or if magic is being used in the range area. Note, to practitioners of magic, most supernatural beings do not register as magic except when actually casting a spell using magic. Psychic powers manipulation cannot be detected with this spell. All right, that's sense magic. Cloud of Slumber. Let's see, $5. That we know what this one does. Let's see where it is. Cloud of smoke. Huh. Well, isn't that interesting? Yeah, Cloud of Slumber, right there. Page 188. All right, we're going to see sleep. Page 197. Sleep, range, touch, or 1 foot. Duration becomes inert within 15 minutes. Effects last 10 minutes per level of experience. That's a fair amount of time, especially when you're being sneaky. Saving throw, standard. So, saving throws. Most magicians are probably going to have a threshold of 16 starting off, and as you level up, your um oh sorry, you may have a threshold of 12, and as you level up, your spells become stronger. So it'll be a 13, a 14, and so on and so forth. So they have to beat or exceed that number to save versus your magic. Sleep. PPE 10. Cost 10 of your PPE. The invocation can turn any normal drinkable fluid or food into a sleep inducing potion. All right, so that's interesting. Sleep is cast upon food or drink. Uh, Cloud of Slumber is not going to be cast on food or drink. So that's important to know. I never really knew that part before. Immediately after two bites of the enchanted. Okay, well, not worried about that part. Let's see. The victim cannot be awakened by any means except by the mage canceling the magic or until the magic's duration time lapses. A successful save means the enchanted fruit drink has no effect. All right, that's interesting. What's next? All right, next is Globe of Daylight. This one is a staple of Wizards Globe of Daylight. Because what it does, let's see, range near self up to 30 feet, duration 12 melee rounds, 3 minutes per level of experience. Excuse me, save and throw done, PPE 2. It's really cheap, but it is very, very powerful. A small globe or sphere of true daylight is magically created. Hey, you know those vampires that you're going up against at first level? That's not a problem. Daylight. What vampires? They're running screaming in pain. Oh, look, dark corridor. Daylight. Next. But we all have night vision. I don't. I'm a freaking wizard. I need to see. Or I'm a freaking human. Of course I'm a wizard. I'm casting globe of daylight, but I'm a human. The light is bright enough to illuminate a 12-foot area per each level of its creator's experience. Since it is daylight, it can keep vampires at bay just beyond the edge of the light and may frighten subterranean or nocturnal animals. The creator of the globe can mentally move it along with himself or send up to 30 feet ahead. The maximum speed at which the globe can travel is equal to a speed attribute of 12. Okay, whatever. And last that all good wizards will know will be tongues. This one is a no-brainer. This again. Guess what this does? If you said it allows me to speak with people, you are right. Let's see. Tongues. Tongues. Page 200. So this is actually a pretty high level spell. It's a seventh level spell. And it is nope, sorry, I was mistaken. It's a sixth level spell. Range self or others. Duration 5 minutes per level of experience. So starting off the bat, you got 5 minutes talk time. This is not AT&T. This is not Verizon. Not unlimited talk or text. Save and throws none. PPE 12. That's 12 is going to be a fair bit of your entry. Or if you're starting off PPE. So if you need it, you need it. The magic enables the character to perfectly understand and speak all spoken languages at 98 proficiency, including elemental and alien tongues. And understanding written language is not provided by this spell. See the Eyes of Thoth. So you can speak to anybody in their own language. But if they write down the instructions, like you need to cut this wire and then go down this hall 20 feet, it's still going to look like absolute gibberish. So, all right. Now, additional spells. So this is what we start off with. Um, Now, hey, common knowledge spells are not so common. Um, yeah, because your average peasant doesn't understand magic. Your average noble doesn't care about magic as long as it helps them. So, same thing with computers today. Your average person doesn't understand what a USB buses does. Your average person doesn't understand the difference between an SSD or HDD. They don't care. Most people think that the freaking box that the computer is in, that's the freaking hard drive, all of it. The tower, that's all the hard drive. All they care about. When in reality, we know it's a processor, memory, storage, power, and all kinds of stuff. So, welcome to Wizardry, also known as the IT field. So, yeah, it's not common, but if you're diving into that realm and diving into that profession, it yeah, that's welcome to your A plus. Have fun. Let's see. Let's see. Normally read write his native language and one other language, typically elf. At the end of their training period, hey, your spells. Um, this let's see. The secrets said that with these 6 spells and determination, the secrets of greater magic are attainable. Yeah, yeah. With these 6 spells, you can go just about anywhere and do just about anything, and use them correctly. You will definitely pick up more powerful spells, if not create new spells. Yeah, let's for starting off. You're not. You didn't just walk out of Hogwarts at the end of your 4th year. You've got a little bit of other experience. You've done some other research. You've you've picked up a spell or two. So you'll be able to select 2 spells of each level 1 and 2, and one from levels 3 and 4. So you're going to be able to get 2, 4, 5, 6 more spells. Let's see. That's At each new level of experience, starting at level 1, it may be assumed that the character has been able to figure out or learn one new spell. So we're going to be getting 7 new spells. States so right here. We get 2 spells from each level 1 and 2, and one from levels 3 and 4. So there's 4. Oh, we'll be getting 5 new spells. No, level 1, 2, 3, 4, and then we're getting 7. I work on computers. I don't do math. Okay, so level 1, level 2, level 3, level 4, and then just because we freaking looked into the books of forbidden knowledge, we got a spell, and you can select on any level up to the character's own level of experience, achievement slash experience. So we're going to get 3 level 1 spells because we're only first level. 3 level 1 spells. So let's go ahead and pick our spells. So let's go to page 187. Cursor, thank you. All right, so let's take a look at what level 1 spells we have access to. Blinding Flash is good. Oh, and these parentheses, that's the PPE cost. Let's see. Death Trance. In case if we're going to a kingdom that says no magic users, we're transporting a dead body. Good luck with that. Oh, we might want this. Actually, that seems like a good one. Increase weight. What does increased weight do for us? Range. Self or others up to 100 feet away. Duration 2 minutes per level of experience. We're not. Okay, so if we see this really attractive young lady coming, I don't look like I'm half dead, freaking undead. Saving throw standard. If you're casting on yourself, you don't have to roll the saving throws. I give up. I am relenting to the spell. PPE 4. The spellcaster is able to increase the weight of any one specific living creature or object 100 pounds per level of his experience. Oh, that's interesting. So, all right, hear me out. You're in a fight, and freaking somebody's picks up a chair. They pick up a chair and they swing it back to so that they can come at you with it. Well, increase that weight by 100 pounds. They're not expecting that. They're they've got their momentum going, and all of a sudden it's now an extra 100 pounds. They just keep on going and they land flat on their face, prone on the ground, possibly with a chair on top of them. So, and that's per level of experience. So somebody pick if you're God, if you're third level, that's another 300 pounds. They just broke their arms. And Ken, it's not just a person. It's not just a person. It could be an object. This can be used to make a person or object too heavy or difficult to move, to slow down a pursuer. That's it. Yeah. Yep. Somebody's stop, stop. Look, while we are fast, we're not that athletic. They're running away. No, I don't do this whole chasing bit. Increase weight. They just stumbled and they are now huffing and puffing because they just gained another 100 pounds of weight, not mass, but weight. So slowing them down. Again, you increase that in level. Yeah, definitely. Face plant, breathing hard, and other and similar mischief. A character who is made to weigh twice or more his normal weight will see his speed attribute temporarily reduced by half. Note that the appearance of the person or item does not change, only its mass. Okay, so maybe the mass is well, of course the mass is going up. So I don't particularly like that because you're not increasing his mass, we're just increasing his weight. But how do you increase weight without increasing mass? Simple magic. Increase weight. Age. Feet. Duration. 2 minutes. Saving throws. Now we need to look at that anyways. All right, so cost is 4. All right. So that's an interesting first level spell. What else we got? 1 down, 2 to go. Let's see. See the invisible is always, always, always a good spell to have. Now, in and in this setting, it's a first level spell. It's whereas other settings, it's a higher level spell. That's just the way it is. Let's see. 200 feet. Duration. Now, this is only 1 minute per level, but because you're primarily using it to scan around you, you're looking around you. You're not using it for minute details. And so Saving throw is none. Cost is 4 PPE. So again, you can see forces, objects, creatures. We can turn invisible or naturally invisible, even if it has no form per se. All right, sounds good. Sea aura. This is a good one. This will help you, you know, gauge your opponents. Range 100. What the heck? Duration 1 melee round. You're not going to be using this often. Yeah, that didn't work. you are. You're looking at somebody's aura. You're not going to be, studying them, saving them none. But if they have a psychic mind block, then it's going to change things up. It's cost 6 PPE. What are you doing, cat? Okay. Sure, play with that. Now, with Sea Aura, all things. Say that again. All things, organic and inorganic. Stop. Have an aura. The aura has many distinctions and can be used to see or sense things invisible to the eye. Seeing an aura will indicate the following. Estimate the general level of experience. So you're not going to get exact numbers. It just doesn't work that way. Whether they're low, medium, or high. And if they're high, that means they're very powerful. 8th level and up, not that many people, 8th level or higher. The presence of magic. Do they have magic? But no indications of level or type. You're not going to know the difference between a Diablerist and a wizard. You're just going to know that they have magic. Presence of psychic abilities. Again, you're not going to know the difference between a mind mage or a burster. Just that they have psychic abilities. A high or low base PPE. If they have magic, chances are they're going to have a high amount of PPE available. If they're possessed, if there's a serious illness, which will help in doing some sort of cumulative diagnostics or something of that nature, the presence of an unusual aberration, which will indicate extreme mutation, superpowers, or an inhuman, alien, supernatural nature, but does not specify which. You walk up to the street road and meet this person with a very strong grip, wearing glasses, and you feel like take a look at his aura. That there's something about this guy that's not right. You're not sure what, and his name is Clark. Huh. But there's something off about Clark, but you just don't know what. No, you cannot tell another's alignment from Sea Aura. An aura does not tell you alignments. It's not good or bad. It's just their abilities. All right, so those are the 3 first level spells. I think this is a good start. Increase weight, mess with people, help impress women. Well, you're not going to impress women with it because you're not changing your actual physical form. See the invisible, you don't want to be caught with your pants down, and see yours so you can gauge others around you. So we get 2 spells at level 2. Let's see what we get. Fuddle, chameleon, climb, concealment, detect concealment, extinguish fire, fear, heavy breathing, levitation, mystic alarm, turn dead, and weightlessness. There's some good stuff here. Let's see. Let's see. What are we looking at? Fears would be a good one. Fear. Horror factor 16. So what this does is it imbues you with a horror factor. If you remember, a horror factor, well, if you don't know, a horror factor is a presence about you. A presence that when somebody's looking at you, they know don't F around to find out. All right. Don't mess with America's boats. Okay. As the fat electrician would say. Yeah. You don't want to mess around with that. It's just not in your best of interests to do that. Dragon lands right in front of you. Yeah. I think I'll go the other way as quickly as possible. You know. And with this, that's what you're doing as a wizard. You're saying, I'm a wizard, Harry. Okay, I don't want to mess with you because you can mess my world up. 20 feet up to 100 area up to 100 feet away. All right. So 20-foot area. Or if you were to say, if somebody is trying to do an intimidation, let's say your mercenary warrior friend is walking up to some guy who's, just pounding this woman into the freaking ground. And, mercenary warrior is like, I wouldn't do that if I were you. Well, you want to help him out a little bit. I mean, your mercenary warrior maybe just straight out of combat school, and he might sound, I wouldn't do that if I were you. And the guy's not like, and go back to pounding. Yeah, good luck. It was nice. It was nice try. So you're the wizard. We're gonna give a little bit of hands up, help up. Still gonna sound like I'm going to do that if I were you, but magic darken his features, glow his eyes. Guys like, oh, okay. We'll. I'll go this way. Better chance. It's not guaranteed. I mean, it's a horror factor of 16, but a 16 is a high bar to get. Let's see. You have a 1 in 16 chance that it's going to work. See, that would have worked. Unless the guy has a very high horror factor saving throw. But, just like, peace. I'm out of here. So, 1 minute per level. Saving throw. Horror factor. Oops, not HD. Cost 5 PPE. It does not cost you that much to help your buddy be intimidating and save the gal. Team player. That's what we're here for. Don't mess with us. Don't mess with our people. Don't mess with our stuff. We don't have a lot. Go pound sand. Oh, let's see. Concealment. Excuse me. Small objects. Okay. Must be smaller than 14 inches in length and height, 6 inches in width, and weigh 14 pounds or less. When the town guard says no weapons, and you have to give up all of your weapons, 9 times out of 10, you don't want to give up all of your weapons. I mean, you want to keep a dagger on you, so keep your dagger on you. They're not going to find it. So that would be something. Although on the plus side, or on the counter side, you have a spell wizard at the town guard at the gate saying, "We said no magic detect concealment." Finds your dagger. We said no weapons. So it excuse me. Yeah. Let's see. So it can be countered. Extinguish fire because only you can prevent forest fires. Heavy breathing is just one of those really mess with people kind of things. Um, if you want to, it's more it's a cost effective way to help your opponent use their resources. Heavy breathing, they're going to cast See Invisible for once to see if they see anything. So two or three times that before they realize someone is effing with them. And See the Invisible is 4 PPE. So, well, you made them cost 12 to 12 to 16 PPE. That's a couple of spells there that they can't now use. Yeah, that's an option. Levitation is a good one. Uh, excuse me. If you want to be an elevator. Mystic Alarm is always a good one. Um, let's see. And turn dead. Let's see. Excuse me. Yeah, so in Palladium, wizards have the ability to turn dead. This is not just a wizard thing or a priest thing. Uh, um, with and of course the last option is weightlessness. It's the opposite of our increased weight. Uh, Same things. You make somebody lighter, they can't run as well because they're not used to it. Climb. If you want to be Spider Man, Chameleon. If you want to be uber stealthy, or help your rogue who's already uber stealthy become even more uber stealthy. Excuse me. Befuddle. Enchantment that temporarily causes victim to become confused and disoriented. Yeah, if you're in a fight, that would help. Let's go with that. Range 100 feet. Duration 2 minutes. Because fights really shouldn't be lasting all that long. Standard. We'll have to look that up. Cost of 6 PPE. We get 1/3 of the spell. And this is where we really do need to take armor Vithin. There's no way around that. Um, Now you don't have to cast it just on yourself. You can cast it on somebody else, and it lasts 1 minute per level. So this, that's especially early on. That's good. It's expensive though, but it's worth it though. 10 PPE. You're getting a lot of SDC out of this. You're getting 110 and an AR of 18. An AR is armor rating. So you have a magical barrier that is better than every single other magic or standard piece of armor. Full plate is an AR of 17. Now, the SDC of full plate is more, but when you're starting off, keep in mind this is recastable. So once if it's expended, cast it again. If you stop that, let's see. Whereas full plate, you'll have to get it repaired. And it's barding. Full plate is only 160 SDC. Only 160. That's at level 6. At level 6, a mage is more durable. And that's lasting for 6 minutes. And a mage doesn't have to deal with having to don armor, remove armor, doesn't have to deal with, time out. I gotta take a 20-minute potty break. No. Okay. This is, all right. Now I'm protected. I'm just as protected as the knight who has his standard suit of armor that he's had since the beginning, and he spent all the money on repairs. I haven't. Granted, I've been spending money on other things, hooker, blows, spell components, take your pick, but not on the armor. So, and they have to roll a 19 or better to hit you to bypass that 110 SDC at level 1. So, Armor Vithin is a no-brainer. Let's see. Now, there's others. There are other spells that are useful. Fuel Flame. You know, if somebody shoots a fire arrow at an opponent, now they're on fire. Fuel Flame. Now they're even more on fire. Ignite Fire. That's uh they get shot with an arrow. Ignite Fire. Now they're on fire. Fuel Flame. Now they're even more on fire. Impervious to fire. Oh, you shot me with a fire. Stop that. Impervious to poison. Again, with some people's cooking. Invisibility. Simple. So, yeah, you can turn invisible. Negate poison or toxin. Paralysis. Resist fire. Some telekinesis. Some sense traps. If you don't have a rogue in the party, this is you don't need to have a thief in the party. Your wizard can be backup. Let's go ahead and do that. Sense traps um helps helps us survive for as long as we did. Range self. Duration. 1 minute per level. Saving throws, none. Cost 7 PPE. Now, when we. Is that. Oh, that was still level 3. No, crap. All right, where we got level 4? Astral projection. Blind. Carpet of adhesion is a dispute. Well, this spell a lot of people both hate and love. You're running. Let's say you're in the middle of a wagon chase. You know, you've got the Keen's jewels in your wagon, and you've got you know medieval 5-0 on you. They're just getting their horses going. They've got their little whistles going. They're right on your tail. Carpet of adhesion right behind you. The one that's 10 feet wide by 20 feet long. That will adhere firmly to anyone who touches it. So as soon as that horse steps onto it, fails a saving throw, they stop right where they're at. That cart is going to go up and over and onto the carpet, and they're going to get stuck, pinned to the spell for 2.5 minutes per level of experience. Um, yeah, you just broke their collarbone. By the way, it's not just a dragon lands on it. If they fail the saving throw, then they get stuck. Even if you make the saving throw, that horse runs, steps on the carpet, makes the saving throw. They're still stuck to the carpet, but they can at least get out in about 2 to 6 melee rounds, or 2d6 melee rounds. Anywhere from 2 melee for 30 seconds to 3 minutes. So, yeah, that spell is something else. That's controversy right there. Charismatic aura allows the spell to instantly enhances that person's physical beauty by 8. Yay! Huh? What's our physical beauty? 13. Hey, we could use that. Let's see. Cure minor disorders. Again, so you don't need the clerics in here are more. They're not your healing machines. Now, do they heal better? Do they heal? Yes. Are they better at healing than wizards? Yes, because they actually help with the healing. Psionics have a healing component as well. They can help accelerate the healing. Do you absolutely need them? No, you don't. I mean, we're talking about headaches, heartburn. This is Pepto Bismol. Headaches, heartburn, upset stomachs, diarrhea. This is Pepto Bismol. If you want the magic form of Pepto Bismol, this is it. And there's something to be said for having this spell because you never know. there's fairies in this world, and they have their own special food, and their food is a lot of fun for the GM. They can really mess with the players up, really mess with the players up, and a lot of times you need Pepto Bismol to do it, to not be affected by it. Let's see, energy field, firebolt. This is one of the first few offensive spells so it took us 4 levels to see a true offensive spell. Something that says, I'm going to hurt you, and I'm going to hurt you directly. This is we're probably going to need this. Range 100 feet plus 5 feet per level of experience. Duration instant. Saving throws. Dodge. Can't parry it. Except unless if you're in a full tower shield. But you can't parry it. But it is expensive. Not 10. 10. 10 P. Well, okay. Energy field. I guess there was an energy bolt earlier that we didn't see. There is third level. All right. Energy bolt. This is our second offensive spell. Energy bolt's really good too. Range 150 feet, 46 SDC damage. That's a fair amount, but it does not increase with experience. And they need a dodge of 18 or higher. You can parry all day long. Excuse me, that's cute, but you can't parry this. You're not parrying lightning. Now, it can increase the damage for energy bolt at a ley line, and then especially at Nexus when you're effectively doubling it. Uh, and you're doing one energy bolt. Let's see. And you don't need to chant it. You don't need to move your fingers around. If you want freaking eye beams, there you go. You got freaking eye beams. Um, but if you like the more dramatic, ha, go for it. Whatever. It's up to you. There's nothing. If you want to be Dark Side from DC, there you go. Your Dark Side from DC Energy Bolt. Have fun. Now, but we chose Firebolt. Firebolt, again, is dodge, but we get a bonus to strike. We get a +4 to strike. And damage is increased to 5d6 SDC. And again, ley line brings up to 76, and at a ley line nexus, 1d6 times 10. Now, with this, we can adjust this. Let's say, we want to shoot, we want to give a warning shot. We want to shoot across their nose, not up it. All right, so bring it down. 1d6, bing, stop it. Just stop it. So, but we can go up to our max. And if we're not on a Nexus, it's going to be 5d6. 5d6 is still going to be a lot. I mean, let's take a look. 5, 6, 7 dice. 16 points of damage. That's with 2 really good rolls and 3 really bad rolls. Average, if we were to go 3s across the board, 3, 6, 9, 12, 15. I mean, we just barely beat the average. So, yeah, that's going to. And we have a +4 to strike. Oops. So a 6 plus 4, that's a 10 to strike. Not even including any of our other strike bonuses. Let's see. Do we have any other strike bonuses right off the bat? No, we don't, because we haven't factored that out yet. So let's say hypothetically we don't. That's still a 10. Are we going to hit armor? Yes, we are. But we just did 16 points of damage. Let's say it's full plate. You just took him down from 160 to about 143, somewhere in there. Yeah. Now they have to spend money to get that repaired. So, and it's not, they're pretty. I am the knight. I have pretty armor. Now it's scorched. So, yeah, fireball. Yeah, that's pretty good. Now when we level up again, we can we can get up to second level. So in third level, we can get the other one if we wanted to. All right, so that is our magic for now. Starting off, we have a fair amount of magic. Let's see, 3, 6, 9, 10 spells. 10 spells at first level that we can cast as long as we have the PPE for it. And if we can learn a spell at any time. Spells and ritual magic of any level. I mean, if your GM is foolish enough to say, here's a 15th level spell, all right, I'm going to take my time to learn this one. Let's see. Enchanted Cauldron. All right, so yeah, this is optional. You see the whole witches with the bubble, boiling trouble, cauldron. Wizards can do it too. Better ratio than trying to convert a spell scroll. But it needs 6 pints of fresh human or elven or dwarven blood. That's not very good guy-ish. And many, over 70%, never use them. So, but you can use it if you want to. You do run the risk of even have a psychosis. You have 13% of not getting freaking brain messed up from it. But you could learn a very powerful spell too. So, or multiple spells. So you pick up. Okay. For example, the player Miriam has rolled 5 spell selections. She rolls 1d6 to determine the spell level of her first new spell. She rolls a 6. Guess what? She picked up a 6th level spell. That's oh, you can only go as high as 6th level spell with this, but still, there is plenty of spells to pick from. Let's see, more cauldron stuff. See and use ley lines. Ley lines are areas of particularly potent magic energy where your powers and your abilities are improved upon. Ley line drifting. Hey, we don't walk. We're wizards. We float. Ley line rejuvenation. When we're on or by a ley line, we're a little bit beefier. All right. Rick, Special Wizard OCC skills and abilities. Let's see. Might have to make a custom skill for this. Let's see. All right, yeah, I'll have to do some custom skills. Mm. All right. It's going to be a good spot for me to pause it. I'm going to try to pick this up tomorrow. It's been a long day. So we will pick up tomorrow at Special Wizard OCC's skills and abilities. And I'll show you how to add some custom stuff to make it easier on yourself inside this character sheet. Again, the biggest thing about Palladium, copying all this stuff down. So we still have our skills to do. We have hand-to-hand combat. We still have cats. We have cats. Weapon proficiencies. We don't have much more. Got another maybe hour left to do. So pick this up tomorrow. Have a good night.